Hey riders, Thursday, Muckers Championship Race Series. Here we go. Okay, I'm a little bit shell-shocked right now. Just jumped off the bike at the, I think it was 11:45 here in Alberta, and this race starts at 12:05 for me. Glad I'm not racing it. I am just destroyed right now. But here we go. Big Brother is watching as usual. Okay, let me load the map in here. So we can see what's going on. So we're doing Hammelburg to, what is it, Gemunden, Germany. All out Watts Apocalypse coming up here, folks. Should be a ton of riders here. Lots of names I know. It's been a while since I've done a Thursday race. Ooh, there's Thomas Lynn right there. Okay, Clyde 235. This is Hillbilly. That's his name in our Discord anyways, so it's good to see him here. David 1951. Actually, let's go right to the front. See where all the big hitters are. Okay, we got Niels Bryn up here, Silly Sill, M4B. Here's Neil, Mucker 1974, right there. Stephen Ludford, Mike Hagan, Carol Suzik, Tuden, Shenik. That's what I call him. I know it's nowhere near the pronunciation of it. This rider right here from Poland, from Krakow, rides a lot. I think he's done probably the last 6, 7, 8 GRC races. Probably wins them 70% of the time. Biker AP. Saw this rider on the Tuesday route. Tranberg, yes, more names I know. Breers 33, more. Okay, we're just going to bounce back. Here's Chad Ritchie. Chad's in the Discord with us quite a bit. Brian, BGM 151. Nobby Styles representing GRC here. Luis 73. Luis 73 was in the Tuesday race as well. And what happened in that one? Oh, that's where Luis got away. And was it... oh, I'd have to go back and look at that one. Got caught at the very end, I think, by Procat. I believe. Let's see how quickly this is stretched out here. So the race is starting to stretch out. Got some stragglers at the back here, probably some late starters. Let's keep an eye on everyone here. So let's just bounce through the field a little bit. Let's see how many people we got. How can I do this quickly? Okay, so looks like we got 50 people who actually registered and started at the finish line. This rider is in the chute, not working yet. Looks like this is probably good. I'm going to say David, maybe. How about that? That's probably what that's trying to say, I believe. Rocky B further up the road. We've got Bailey Boy, who has actually bailed and left the race, it looks like. Salvo Suda from the GUR team. Decked out in the Lidl Trek kit. Mo Popo. Red BC, Jeff 65. Hey Jeff, good to see you. Then we got CDT Chris in the Muckers gear. Redogma further up the road. Isaac Lopez from GUR. I saw Isaac. Yeah, Isaac was in the Tuesday race. Started late. I saw that with. Okay, we got Hawkeye 77 here, and yeah, I've seen this rider before too. Who was it? Sicrell. Seen that rider before. David 1951. Got himself a nice little crew here. Jumping up, we got Bat Builder, Lances. Oh, so many names I remember. Okay, Duckman 2. I saw that rider, I believe, on. Actually, I think I saw Duckman 2 on the Canada Day race. So we did a Sunday Team GRC race. That would have been June 30th. And then July 1, we did the Canada Day race. Tuesday, I covered the Muckers Tuesday race. And now here I am doing this one. So I'm kind of losing track as to who was in what races. But yeah, right here, I saw Regina L. Where is she now? James McGrant. So James here, he was in the Canada Day ride with us. In fact, James slowed down at one point, and there was a group of 5 of us who picked him up. And then we formed a group of 6. Okay, ooh, here's Hensbergen. Hinsbergen, James McGran, Brian, Stefan Schmidt, Tranberg, Shenik, Carol Susik, Biker AP. Here's L rolling again. Just a rolling. Sylvia right at the front here. Let's look for some new names. Ooh, taking some hard corners here. I think Lenny 111 here is a new rider to me. Let's take a look at Lenny here, folks. Pushing about 5 watts per kilo. Yeah, my numbers aren't good right now. Maybe an 80 kilogram rider, I'm going to guess. Yeah? What do you guys think? Looks good to me. James McGran. Sorry, I'm on BJM now. This is Brian. Brian comments a lot lately in the YouTube channel. So again, appreciate the support from everyone commenting. Like the videos. Watch an ad or two over at Inside Cycling World. Don Mateo. Yeah, it's been showing up a lot for the Team GRC races on Sundays. Nobby Styles here. Let's see what Nobby's up to today. Riding with Neil here. Neil, Ratim, Chad Ritchie. Hey, there's Phil from the SC race team. MMS3V. Okay, I should know this name. Positive this rider has messaged me at some point. Oop, I just saw Shenik has had a disconnect. Very unfortunate. So at this point, what you need to do, see this here? It can drop. This could be, there's so many different things how this could happen. Keep pedaling, keep pedaling, keep pedaling. I did talk to, I think I've talked to Stephanie, or asked Nelson and maybe Stephanie as well. Because in the Canada Day race, they both dropped. And yes, what you need to do is just keep riding as if you're still in the event. And then once your internet figures itself out, once the server reconnects, once whatever it may be happens, it'll replace you on the race course as to where you would have been based on the output that you were doing as you were waiting for it to reconnect, if that makes sense. So never just stop pedaling and, you know, throw stuff around and all those kinds of things. Just keep going. It's going to be hard to do because you're not going to really know where you are on course compared to the other riders. Okay, he's back, but he didn't get repositioned. Oof, terrible. That is terrible. I'm glad I caught that to see how that went down. So, from what I can tell, that's going to tell me that there's different types of disconnects. So you just saw someone here. I'll have to look at the video afterwards there, but he would have been like in the top 15 at that point. Now he's down in 41st. So a different kind of disconnect, I guess. So Shenik, when you see this video, maybe drop a comment as to what happened there. You know, what happened on your end, so we can start figuring this stuff out. So let's jump back to the front here. Tranberg up there with, this is a new rider. This is the one I was trying to see before. Curry 2, German rider. Niels Burnham's here, L. Roland. Everyone's keeping an eye on each other. So on this route here, there's not a lot of key points to attack on. Just these little tiny blips of orange on the profile on the bottom. This is where people are going to try to put in little digs just to get like 10, 15 meters ahead. Problem is there's so many people in these groups that, let's say you get out 15, 20 meters ahead, you're going to have 10 people chasing you. This front group is, let's have a look here. I think it's 17 people. So Biker AP is just bridging onto it right now. Look at the effort. 7 watts per kilo trying to get on. Made it in the draft. Sylvia's just getting a nice draft at the back here. Behind all these hitters up front. Mike Hagan. So Biker AP straight to the front and cruising straight on by. 65 kilogram rider maybe, 64, 3 maybe. Yep, just over 60 kilogram rider, so fairly light. Being chased by Curry 2. So yeah, like this group behind will easily pull that rider back. So let's just see what happens at this next blip here. I see a little yellow blip on the back of this, so this would be, we're going to just call him D for now. But I'm going to say David maybe. That's our last rider on course. 48 riders showed up. Rocky B, a little bit ahead. Jeff 65 here. And yeah, very unfortunate for Shunik. So totally want to hear from Shunik as to what happened there. Hawkeye 77, riding in the skeleton Halloween suit. Duckman 2. So it's interesting to see all these riders participating in different events, from the Canada Day event to the Team GRC Sunday Short Race, the Muckers events, Ratim, Thomas Lynn, strong rider here. Okay, let's see what happens at the front here. So here's the front hitters. A little bit of a blip here. Look at the CL Roland put in a 910 watt per kilo dig there. Toodling, almost 10 watts. They're trying to just shake people off. Not to, like, you know, put in a huge attack and like try to bridge away, but you got to whittle the field down. This is like a war of attrition now. Who's going to get pushed out the back this time? So I think there was 17 before. 15, 16. So we've lost Sylvia now. So probably that last little attack there was just a bit too much for Sylvia, and she's out the back. Still in an excellent position in 17th place. Mike Hagan, just up the road from her. And Mike is actually falling off the back now too. I'm not sure if he was trying to wait for Sylvia a little bit and finds himself in no man's land now. He's got 20-something meters to bridge back. Now it's 30. It's gone. That's how quick it goes. So Mike is going to be alone now. So Mike's going to have to decide, does he want to wait for Sylvia to catch up? Sylvia might soft pedal now and wait for James and Stephen Ludford to come up. Then get a group of 3 going, maybe team up with Mike. So yeah, that was really cool to see. We caught it right at the right time. So you can see now, just after the split on the bottom of the screen, the little black dot. I don't think nothing's going to go on until there, but just after it, there's another blip. So I think we're going to see more attacks there. See, now we're back into that more 4 or 5, and there'll be little things going up and down, 6s and 7s here, people cruising at, like, you know, under 3 when they're in the draft. Still, everyone's pushing a lot of power here. So here's Toodling doing 6 watts per kilo. Whereas Hensbergen's nice in the draft, 3 watts per kilo. Yeah, everyone here is so strong. I don't know this rider, Magayol. Not really sure how to pronounce that. So what do we have left at the front here? Let's have a quick look. So M4B. And I think M4B and Klaus Kinski are just being shelled out the back. Oh, yes, they are. They're gone. So they've been left behind at high pace riding here. We now have 13 riders back at the front. Ooh, it's stretching out again. We're down to about 12 now. Let's take a look at the map here. It's getting hard to keep up with now. So there's just this big group here that's slowly stretching. We're coming up to that first little bump now. We're going to get right back to the Sioux puts in a dig. Who's racy? Watch the profile and watch the power number start to go up on the side here. There might be some attacks. You know, everyone's still doing like 7 watts per kilo at this point. I would just be completely dead at this point right here. Look at this, 11 watts per kilo out of L. Roland. 9 watts. Just puts in another nice attack, gets on the downhill, now can recover at 2 watts per kilo. Did we lose anyone? I think they all managed to stay on there. Ooh, I think we lost Lenny. Lenny is desperately trying to get back on now. Pushing so hard, 6-7 watts per kilo with a 25-meter gap. It might be over for Lenny as well. Lenny is only a level 14, only been around Rouvy a very short time. Lenny's doing everything they can to bridge back on, but whew, yeah, you've got 12 of the strongest riders around taking turns working against you right now. So let's keep an eye on Lenny here, see if they can make it back. Okay, and you can see just up on the profile too here, within the next, oh, 400 or 500 meters, there's going to be another kick. Let's see if L. Roland pulls that off again. L. Roland is whittling down the field at this point. Keep a close eye here. Just looking at some numbers. Curry 2, pretty good 80 kilogram rider, I'd say. Yeah, right around there somewhere. So not a lightweight. Okay, here comes that little blip now. Who is going to go on the attack? Let's look at the numbers here. Take a look at the leaderboard. It's changing all the time, but you'll see the numbers come up. Okay, let's go. Starting, you can just see the road climbing into the distance. This is just going to be like, a couple 100 meters of a climb, but people, okay, we're getting to that 6-7 watts per kilo stuff. Look at this, Carol's pushing at 8 now, almost 9, making sure no one gets the attack in. Okay, I think this one is going to be a lot more relaxed. They're all watching each other now. Okay, everyone's doing a little bit of coasting here, catching their breath. Great job. Just bouncing the back. Still got D back here, David, I think. We've got a Gur rider as well. Jeff 65, Bat Builder, Phil, Brian. Okay, there she is. Here's Regina. Regina's someone I started watching probably way back in January when she joined, when she started showing up all the time for the Muckers races. So she does quite well. Here's Neil. Just trying to see if there's any names I haven't seen. Lancy's. This name's kind of new to me. I'm not really familiar with this rider. Let's work our way through the field. Oh, here's Hillbilly. Sorry, I call him here Clyde 235. In the Discord, he goes by Hillbilly. He's got quite the storied past. Told me we had some good chats last night. He likes his history. And yeah, he's got some really cool stories. And knows a lot about like the West, and like what we would call the Wild West here in North America. Likes to do a lot of reading about that kind of stuff. I learned quite a few things yesterday. I learned about Captain Jack, pretty famous guy in California. Okay, we're on Mike Hagan. Let's take a look at the front again now. Has anyone just fallen off the back due to the pace? How is our group looking? So I think we had 13 before. Yeah, we got 12. So Biker AP is just hanging on here. Lenny was never able to make it back. Yeah, once you're out of that draft, you are gone. There's no way to keep up. Unless you're super strong and the group that you're trying to catch is only riding half your power. Okay, you'll catch them then. But when you're trying to chase these kinds of riders, good luck. Okay. So it's probably just going to be chilled out here for a little bit. Guys riding 4, 5, 6 watts per kilo. I guess I'm calling that pretty chilled out. And the next attacks are going to be coming before the split. You can see the mouse pointer on the bottom of the screen here. Probably going to be maybe a bit of attack here after it's been mellow for a couple of kilometers. We'll pass through the split, and then you can see there's a series of bumps here. So if you don't have a huge sprint that you're going to need at this end of the screen on the very far right, you better be getting away somewhere right here. Or you better start limiting the amount of people you're going to have to sprint against. Let's take a look at this rider, Magayol. Probably just looking at the rider here, I'm just trying to figure out how big these riders are. Do they have sprints? Are they more of a climber? This is going to be more of like a 60 kilogram rider, so probably not like a gigantic sprint, but you never know. Tranberg's 70 kilogram rider, I'd say. Tuden. Luis, let's take a look at Luis. Luis is more in that, I think I said in the last ride that I thought Luis was more of a climber. Probably like in that 52 kilogram range, something like that. 55? Yeah, something like that. 55 kilogram rider. So fairly lightweight, fairly pesky, as we like to see over at Team GRC land. Stefan Schmidt, 60 kilogram rider. Something like that. Am I right? Sometimes my math brain doesn't work that good on the fly. Yeah, so I'm a little bit, like I was saying earlier, a little bit tired right now, a little bit not on the game. Oh, here comes that bump. Here comes the bump. Yeah, see, I think Luis is trying to get away here. It's just a little bump. You barely even see it, but it's just enough. Just put 10 meters into them. But it's going to be pretty hard to hold off these guys. Whoa. Magayol just came over his shoulder at 11 watts per kilo. The rest of the group is here. Biker AP, still just... Biker AP, I notice every time I come back here, I'm just finding them just off the back, just watching. Wonder if Biker AP is conserving something till the end. It's either that or they're just holding on. So I think it's going to be pretty chill now. Oh, when I say that, here's Tuden doing 9 watts a kilo, now 7. L Roland pushing 8. I think people are just putting some digs in, hoping they're going to drop people out the back, which could happen here. When you blow, you blow. Like, take a look here. Biker AP just blew. And he's still pushing 6 watts a kilo. That's how fast the front end is. You know, they're in that drafting pack, taking turns at 7, 8 watts a kilo, riding solo at 6. You can't even catch them. Get in the draft, you're doing 2 and 3 in there. Really good to see the numbers. Okay, so it's eased off now. Now we're back in anywhere. People are riding from 2.5 to like 4.5 watts per kilo. You know, it's going up a little bit higher as they're taking their turn at the front. So I think it'll be chill now until we get to, if you look at the profile of the screen, the very bottom here. Okay, so what did I get up to today? So I was going to do one of the French medium routes, the Vive la France routes. And then I saw the July 4th Rouvy ride, Crater Lake. I saw a couple of people I know join it. I know Des Dyer was in there. I think Kristen was in there too, from Gem City. I saw her signed up for it. So I went into it just kind of riding, whatever. Maybe I'll find someone to ride with, you know, won't be too crazy. Well, up ahead on the road, I saw Nelson Snyder. One of the best riders on Rouvy. And at first I didn't think he was moving because he was going so slow. And I'm saying he wasn't moving because he had a disconnect at the Canada Day race. So I thought, ooh, is he having a problem with his equipment? But then I realized, oh, I think he's waiting. And he was. He slowed down and waited and towed me all the way to the base of the climb. And I was just holding on for dear life, to be honest. You know, Nelson's riding 3.5. I'm riding 3. Nelson's riding 3.9. I'm riding 3.3. Yeah, probably way faster than what I wanted to ride today. It felt like I was motor pacing today. And hopefully Nelson could see that I was trying. Because sometimes, you know, I think, can they tell how hard I'm trying? And I did think about that too at the time. If you set your display at the top of the screen, instead of it being watts per kilo, maybe if you put it at FTP, so you could see what everyone else is doing relative to their FTP. So if someone's behind you and, you know, you see that they're only doing 50 to 60% of their FTP, they're just drafting off you. They're not really trying hard at that point. But I'm pretty sure Nelson could see that I was like right close to my FTP most of the way. But I was struggling today. I just didn't feel it. I did the Almere ride yesterday, 54 kilometers, and I'm telling you, I was cooked after that. I haven't been doing a lot of riding lately. I don't know how much more I can really improve at this point or what I can get back to, but yeah, just holding on to Nelson's wheel. But the coolest part of it was that so there's a climb at the beginning, like in the first half, and then it flattens out, a couple little rollers, and then there's a good 400-meter climb at the end, which I'm sure Nelson knows well, because I'm pretty sure Nelson is from Oregon. This is Crater Lake. Really cool geological feature. I think it's the deepest lake in the U.S. I'm not sure about North America, maybe the U.S. I think it's like a remnant volcano. It blew up, filled in with water, but there's like another little island in the middle, and I think there's even a lake within that one. It's a really cool feature. This is just going off memory. Here comes that attack right here. Here comes the attack. 8, 10 watts per kilo here. L. Roland is just routinely putting in 10, 11 watt per kilo. Tuden putting 11, Magiola 9, Stefan 9. Everyone's going for it. Who's going to fall off? Here's Biker AP. Never got back on. Luis fell out. Luis got dropped out of that group and got passed by Biker AP, who's chasing as hard as they can, still 50 meters back. But it looks like Tranberg is out the back. Curry 2 is holding on for dear life, trying to get back on with Tuden and the others. Tuden Breers, Carol Susick, L. Rowland. Okay, that's how it goes, folks. So now we can jump back to my ride. I'm getting some energy back here. So I stepped off the bike 15 minutes before what I'm doing right now. And so yeah, at the final climb on Crater Lake, and actually it was really cool to watch Nelson do this, because I always wonder how people see me do it. Because I kind of do the same thing. If I see when someone, or let's say I'm riding at 3.2, and I feel pretty good, I can pull that all the way, and I see someone riding at 2.4 up ahead of me, I'll slow down and let them jump on and try to tow them a little bit, if they want me to. We picked up another guy named Alex Astana, or Astana, however you want to say it, and I saw Nelson slow down and pick him up too. And so he towed the two of us along for quite a while. But to be honest, I was dead today after yesterday. And it just worked out at the perfect timing, because I was fading and that last climb came up, which is I think it's about 420 meters and 7 kilometers, 6 kilometers, something like that. So it's about a 6% climb all the way. And Nelson just took off like he lit the afterburners and was gone. And I could watch him on the leaderboards for quite a while, 5 watts a kilo plus all the way. And so myself and Nelson were riding in a 12th and 13th place, maybe 12th, 14th with Alex included. And at the end of the event, Nelson passed everyone on that uphill after he tootled along, pulling me and Alex to the base of the hill, and he took first place. And from what I quickly saw on Strava, he's got the King of the Mountain now. So thanks for the pull, Nelson. You killed me today. I probably worked a little bit harder than what I was expecting. This is really fascinating here, folks. Okay, I'm going to go review this later, because check this out. Biker AP is back. Biker AP made it back on after being 50 meters back. Caught onto this crew. Here goes El Roland. Let's see another 10. Let's drop another 10, 11 watts here. So they got to go now. So like I was saying, it's this little section here with these 3-4 little kicks where they have to smash each other apart. Now everyone has gone full frenemies. If it's time to go full chippo, get those elbows out. Do not let anyone pass you. Somehow some of them got back on. I don't know how. How Biker AP made it back here. This is going to be one of the few videos I watch again. Okay, Biker AP is just coasting now. I think they might have cooked themselves a little bit there, trying to get back on, and there's been more attacks put in. Curry at the front. Niels Burnham's right there. Niels is so real strong. Like, whew. Carol Susick, Tuden. Very rolly through here. You know, it's kind of like up and down. There's no flat through this section here. So there's going to be 2 more kicks. This is the time. The problem is after that, you've got like maybe 500 meters to put 2 attacks in coming up, and then you're going to have about 3 kilometers to try to get away by yourself. So I think it's going to come down to whoever's left in this group is going to have a sprint finish at the end. I don't think they can drop each other at this point. It's just who gets shelled out. on these bumps. So you've got less people to sprint against at the end. Looks like we're down to 9 now. Yeah, 9. See, Biker AP did get back on and then just fell out again. Luis Tranberg's gone. Great ride, Tranberg. I don't know Biker AP. Let's see what they're doing here. 60 kilogram rider. Doing a lot of coasting, actually. God, I thought I was the only one to do this. Getting back on it. Okay, getting right back to the front here. I got to see what's going on. The last kick, you need to be gone by now. I think they're all together. Yeah, they're all together. So let's take a look at the map quickly. And folks, I think I'm back to normal now. I've recovered. In fact, I'm going to have a drink of water quick. I was pretty beat up there when I first jumped online here. Feeling better. So let's watch this finish. So we're now less than 3 kilometers to go, and we have a group of 9 riders, 9 strong riders here. This is when they start taking shorter turns at the front. I think they're all here. Yep, they're all here. Hensbergen's still here. Tuden's here. L. Roland's here. I'm waiting for the L. Roland patented 1 kilometer attack from the finish. Look at these people. Get out of our way. Okay. The hitters are coming through. Hitters are coming through. So you can see here Biker AP. And yeah, that's just the name I made up for him. BKR AP. Pushing hard again. Like, yeah, 65 kilograms. Holding 6 watts per kilo all the way through here. 7. Trying to get, look at him. He's trying to get back on with them. He's only 50 meters back, just putting in a huge time trial effort here. We're less than 2 kilometers to go. If he gets back on board with them, he's digging again. 8 watts per kilo. He's got the momentum on his side here, coming up over a little roll and then downhill. We're down to less than, we're down to 30-something meters. Just pushing super hard here. It's a level 80 rider too, been around Rouvy a long time. I honestly don't know who this person is. Coming back. And at this point, I'm going to say they're back on. Even though they're not in the draft. Very close. Could have been a huge crash right there with Granny. I think they're out for a little picnic. So he's not back on yet. Let's just watch this. 18 meters. I think the draft starts around, what is it, like 13, 14 meters, something like that. We are 1 kilometer to go. So now he's dragged himself back from the edge. He's back in there now, just lurking outside the draft. With 900 meters to go, is there anything left for a sprint? Still not on. The rest of them are going to start speeding up here soon. Let's get back to the front. Ooh, yeah, the hits are coming in now. 10, 11 watts kilo, 12 watts per kilo here. Curry has gone from a long way out. Solid 80 kilogram rider. L. Roland right on. Tuden, 12, 13 watts per kilo. Look at this. They are sprinting from like 600, 700 meters out. This is going to be epic, epic sprint finish here. Tuden, Hensbergen, Stefan Schmidt, Curry, L. Roland. This is insanity here, folks. Stefan Schmidt. Okay, so who's at the front? Stefan Schmidt and Hensbergen. Breers is coming through at 10 watts a kilo, probably just at the right time. Wow, like, I mean, everyone finished there side by side. That's going to be something we're going to have to check the leaderboards afterwards. Biker AP just coming in now at an impressive 10, 11, 12 watts per kilo coming across the line. So again, don't know who that rider is. Here's Lewis 73 from, I think I saw the Tuesday race like I was saying again. I think this rider got second place on Tuesday. Coming into the finish now. Lenny was part of the original big group. Looking sharp here. Lenny's probably like a high 80 kilogram rider. Great job, Lenny. 1-1-1. Tranberg, excellent effort today too. Riding at a more relaxed pace now. Riding with that group of hitters at the super hitters at the beginning would just like crush you. And that's how I feel after riding with Nelson today. It's not what I was intending to do. You know, because when I was riding with Nelson, I'm kind of like, oh, this is great. He's waiting for me. But Nelson's waiting for me is like a really hard effort for me. And that's what sometimes you forget. And sometimes I forget that too, because when I see riders online, so again, I'm just going to jump back here a little bit. Mike Hagan, Silly Sil here. You know, and Silly did it today too. Sylvia did it. You know, like to be in that front group, to ride at their pace, even though it's assisting you, it is so hard. And so what Nelson did today by waiting for me and then pulling me along, not really riding at all out Nelson pace, was a hard effort for me because there's different levels of cyclists. So I see it all the time out there. You know, I try to slow down for someone and I'm like, yeah, I don't really know if this person can do this with me. So I give them a while to let me know they're trying. I watch their watts per kilo. Are they going to come up a little bit to try to stay in my draft? And if they don't, at some point, you just got to move on by yourself. So Silly's here with Thomas Lynn, Chad Ritchie, Mike Hagan. Okay, so we got M4B and Klaus Kinski coming to the finish now. 300 meters to go. Riding strong, 3.5, 4 watts per kilo. Just ignore the dog noise in the background here. A lot of yippy-yappy little dogs. 150 meters to go. Still pushing hard, but no huge digs yet. Oh, as I just said that, M4B just unleashes 8 watts per kilo here on Klaus Kinski to take it at the line. Excellent job. Mike Hagan coming in, Don Matteo, Stephen Ludford, Silly Sil. Let's watch Sylvia here. Let's see what happens. Coming around the last few bends. 100 meters to go. You come under this little bridge. Up. Don Matteo, 13 watts per kilo. 14 watts per kilo. Sylvia's pushing 6 there. Nice job. Here's Shunik. Okay, so Shunik had that very unfortunate disconnect. So my theory that if you keep pedaling, you'll be reset wasn't totally accurate, but I know it works for Nelson and Stephanie. It used to work for me in the past. So Nelson and Stephanie both disconnected on July 1st at our at the Canada Day race that Rouvy put on. It was a Rouvy official race. And I asked them, and they said, yeah, you just keep pedaling, and it'll reset you. I guess my next question for Shunik would be, did you download this route? Because my guess is the fact that I watched you restart on course, like reconnect, was that you don't have it downloaded. So therefore, you couldn't keep progressing along the course on your local system. And then when you got your internet back, it would have communicated that to the Rouvy server, and then it would have reset you. So let me know. Still finished really well. Still moved up a lot of places. Still picked like 10, 11 places were picked back up there by Shunik. So we got Dima 101 new here. Bat Builder. Phil, SC Race Team. Lancy's. Nobby Styles. Representing GRC here. Getting this ride in. Sicrel. Hawkeye 77. Here's Clyde 235. Riding nicely. Duckman 2. Isaac Lopez. David 1951. Guess is riding the Muckers and the GRC events. Great stuff, David. Awesome to see. Jeff 65. Making his way through the gravel section here. CDT Chris. So, it's funny. Neil must have been mixed in somewhere in that group with like Sylvia and Mike Hagan and all. I didn't even see where Neil finished. Rocky B, and then the person I've been calling D or David, Mupupo, Salvasudo from the GUR team, Bibuker. Here's someone that joined super late. I mean, look how far behind they are for riding at a fairly decent level. This rider should be way more up here. So here's someone that just joined the event super late. But yeah, just get your ride in. More coming to the finish. Everyone else now here is pretty spread out outside of Sicrel and Hawkeye here. So anyway, folks, I'm going to call it quits here early today, only because I just got off the bike myself 15 minutes before this started. I did record that one too, so I can show you basically how you can pull someone else along. And I'm the guinea pig on this one. And then you can see Nelson take off and just decimate everyone. Awesome to see. Love it. Catch you real soon.